All right, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Wakakadas, Barakatah, and double honors to the apostles and others of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to the late Akamatra, prison word, and super sincerity. This video will be about the everlasting tabernacles in the new covenant, because the old covenant that the Lord made with us, we broke it. Why? Because we constantly bonded by the flesh. We not able to really keep the laws perfectly, man, because we constantly tempted day in and day out. But I'm gonna get the first covenant. The first covenant was when Moses went up to Mount Sinai, and the Lord wrote the commandments on stone, and the Lord came and presented Himself before us. We presented ourselves before the Lord, said we will keep it, man. But we didn't. But I'm gonna get Exodus 24:1-8. I'm gonna start off with the old covenant first. This is Exodus chapter 24, verse 1-8. It says, "And he said unto Moses, Come up unto the Lord, thou and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice." And what they said, what we say, it said, "All the words which the Lord has said, we will do." So boom, right there, you already agree, man. That's the covenant agreement, meaning marriage, man. Married to the Most High. It said, "And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and built an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offer burnt offerings and sacrifice peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood and sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience of the people. And they said, All that the Lord have said will we do, and be obedient, man." So they said, our people, we had said when we was just came out of Egypt in the wilderness, when the Lord made the covenant, we said we would keep it, man. But we didn't, man. We broke it, man. And after this, I'm gonna get 2nd Ezra 3:16-27, because the Lord is about to give us a new bodies, man, and make it a new covenant with us, man. I'm gonna get into what that new covenant is, man. Which is, you can't compare this to anything, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 3, verse 16, I'm gonna start through 27. It said, "And unto him, hold up, Salaki. Yeah, I'm gonna start at yes, I'm gonna start at 16. It said, "And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau, and so Jacob became a great multitude. And it came to pass that when thou leddest his seed out of Egypt, thou broughtest them up to Mount Sinai, and bound the heavens, thou didst set fast the earth, movest the whole world, and madest the depths to tremble, and troublest the men of that age. And thy glory went through 4 gates of fire, and of an earthquake, and of wind, and of cold, and thou mightest give the law unto the seed of Jacob, and diligence unto the generation of Israel. It said, Yet tookest thou not away from them a wicked heart, that the law might bring forth fruit in them," man. Yeah, the Lord made he made a covenant with us, and he didn't take away the wicked heart from us, so we might keep the covenant. Why? Because prophecy needed to be fulfilled, man. That day shall not come. What day? The kingdom of heaven, except there come a falling away first, man. You know what I mean? But hold up. I'm gonna get a scripture real quick. It said, "For the first Adam, bearing a wicked heart, transgression was overcome, and should so be all they that are born of him. Thus infirmity was made permanent, and the law also in the heart of the people, with the malignity of the root, so that the good departed away, and the evil abode still. So the times passed away, and the years were brought to an end. Then didst thou raise thee up a servant called David." So this is when we had the kingdom with King Solomon and David, And it said, "Whom thou commandest to build a city into thy name, and to offer incense and oblations unto thee therein. When this was done, many years, then they that inhabited the city," who inhabited the city? Us, "forsook thee. And in all things did even as Adam and all his generations had done, for they also had a wicked heart. And so thou gavest the city over into the hands of the enemy," man. So we will always break the Lord's commandments and go off and forsake the Lord. Why? Because we got this wicked heart, man. You know. You know what I mean? But the Lord, it's gonna come to pass that the Lord is gonna make this new covenant, man. And I'm gonna get the new covenant right now, man. You know, because we never gonna go off again, man. Never, ever, ever, ever again, man. After this second coming, man, we never going off again. We never getting removed from our border, far from our border no more, man. You know, we stand in our land, Jerusalem. We never defile it again, man. And our Lord is never gonna depart from us. Why? Because of this covenant that He's gonna make with us. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. It says, "Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah." What is that covenant? Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this should be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write them in their hearts, and I will be their gods, and they should be my people. His heart and the inward part, the heart and the inward part he's talking about is our mind. He gonna program our mind to just naturally just look at pork like doodle, like nigga, you ain't eating that. You know, look at shrimp like, oh nigga, that shit, bro. You nasty. That's how we gonna be, man. You know, like the Lord created our body and it's just functions day in and day out, you know. We eat, we digest it, we put it in the toilet, you know, and release it. That's how the Lord gonna make us with the law, statutes, commandments. He's gonna program it into our mind to the point where we just moving just naturally according to it, man. It said, I will put my law in their inner parts and write it in their hearts, and I will be their God, and they should be my people, and they should teach no more every man's neighbor and every man's brother, saying, know the Lord, for they all shall know me. Why? Because they got the new covenant, man. Even the little baby's gonna know the Lord, man. They gonna have more wisdom and knowledge than a grown ass man, grown ass Edomite or Elamite, man. It said, and they should teach no more every man his neighbor, every man's brother, saying, know the Lord, for they should know me from the least of them unto the greatest, said the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity and remember their sin no more, man. So therefore, we will not be moved from our border no more, man. This is it, man. You know, this is it. Another scripture proving the new covenant is Hebrews 8, the 8th chapter, man. I'm gonna get 7 through 13, but just bear with me while I get it, please. This is Hebrews chapter 8, 7 through 13. For if that first covenant had been found faultless, then shall have no place been sought for the second. But the first covenant was found faultless, man, because we couldn't keep it, man. The Lord seen that, man. But it said, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them and to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my law, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they should be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man's neighbor and every man's brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness and their sins and their iniquities, that I remember no more. And that he saith, a new covenant he had made, the first old, now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away, man. Because we about to get that new covenant, man. The laws is still gonna be intact. They still the law. The Lord said he did not come away to do with the laws, but fulfill them, man. You know, the laws is not gonna be done away with, man. We still gonna keep the laws, man. You know, the laws is not wicked, man. You know, it's our schoolmaster, but the thing is, it's just gonna be programmed in our mind to the point we just gonna move naturally with it, man. You know, we not gonna desire no pork. We're not gonna desire shrimp or nothing like that. You know, the testable things is to worship other gods, man. We gonna desire to praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushua as an angel of the Lord before him. But I'm gonna get Ezekiel 11, the 11th chapter. This is Ezekiel, the 11th chapter, and the 16th verse. It said, therefore, thus saith the Lord. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, which we was, part of the curses when we went off, we were scattered all throughout the earth, and now look where we at in America, in Babylon. It said, therefore, thus saith the Lord, although I have cast them far from among the heathen, although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. The Lord is about to come back and get us from this place, man. You know, the Lord about to make a second coming and get us from this place. Was we not scattered here? You know, we was scattered here, man. We was brought here on cargo slave ships, man. Transferred like cattle and goods across the sea, man. You know, but the Lord said he gonna come and deliver us from this land, man. You know, because believe it or not, the children of Israel is still alive. They're not lost in a year, man. You know, um, it said and they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof and all the abominations from thence, and I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh. That stony heart is that hard headedness, man. The Lord tell you to do something, you can't even do it, man. You know, the Lord tell you to do something, it's just hard for you to do it, man. It's because of this flesh. But the Lord said He's gonna take away that stony heart, and He said, and will give them a heart of flesh, man, that they may walk in my statutes and keep my ordinance and do them, and they should be my people, and I will be their God, man. And that's the new covenant, man. And to be honest with me personally, I can't wait on that, man, because I'm tired of going over. I'm tired of being tempted, bro. You know what I mean? You know, but what comes right along with those that new covenant, man. You know, because part of the Lord putting it in our mind, He's not gonna put it in these bodies. It's gonna be the incorruptible bodies, man. You know, the Lord will never not gonna put the law, statutes, and program in these bodies. Is gonna be the incorruptible, man. I'm gonna get that. 2nd Ezra 2:10. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2:10. Thus saith the Lord unto Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I will have given to Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them, man. Them everlasting tabernacles is them like them angelic bodies, man. Brothers gonna get angelic bodies, man. You know, and I'm gonna get another scripture to prove that. So bear with me. Oh yeah. 1 John chapter 3 verse 2 through 3. 2. I'm gonna just get 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it doeth not yet what we shall appear, what we shall be. But know that when He shall appear, who is that He? Yahweh Shah, because our life is hid with Him, man. It's hid with Him. You know, that's why we dead to this world. It said, when He shall appear, we should be like Him, for we shall see Him as He is. And how He coming back? You know, hold up. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. Thy nakedness should be uncovered, yet thy shame should be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. The Lord is not coming back as a man. He coming back as an angelic force. And that's how brothers going to be, man. You know, because the Lord said we're going to be like unto Him, man. Them everlasting tabernacles, man. Going back to 2nd Ezra 2:10, I'm gonna read it over again. It said, thus saith the Lord unto Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I will have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and I will give these the everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them. They shall have a tree of life for an ointment and sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary. You know, go ye and ye should receive. Pray for few days unto you that they may be sure, and the kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, man. You know, we gonna have them new bodies, man. You know, to never go walk perfect, man. Just walking righteously day in and day out, man. You know, that we gonna even judge angels with those bodies. That's how righteous those bodies gonna be. You know. Here's 1 Corinthians chapter 15. I'm gonna start at 39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of man, another flesh of beast, another another of fishes, and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial one, the glory of the terrestrial is another. There is one glory of the sun, and another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars. For one star differ from another in glory, because they one brighter, one is dimmer. So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, it is raised in incorruption. We being sown in corruption right now. We're gonna be raised in incorruption. It said, it is sown in dishonor, it is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul, and the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Howbeit, that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that is spiritual. The first man is of the earth, earthly. The second man is of the Lord from heaven. As is the earthly, such are they that are earthly, and as is the heavenly, such are they that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly, the angelic bodies, man. It said, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. So this can't even inherit the kingdom of the Most High. These corruptible, fucked up bodies, man, that sweat, you got to shit and all that shit, man. It's not inheriting the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim, because it said they should not enter anything that defileth, man. If we enter with these, we're gonna defile it. It said, now this I say, brother, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither do corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We should not all sleep, but we should be changed. We're gonna be changed when Yahweh shall make his second coming, because our life is hid. When he should appear, we should appear. And where it say it do not yet appear what we should be, but no, so roughly paraphrasing, we gonna appear just like he is. And he said he not coming back as a man. He said, behold, I show you a mystery. We should not all sleep, but we should be all changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. And guess what? We're going to have the law programmed in our mind, and therefore we never going to sin, therefore we never going to be put to death. And it starts when the Lord make his second coming. He raise us up, raise the dead first that died in him, and the brothers that didn't sleep, and that was pilgrims on the earth, and change them into their new incorruptible bodies, man, them celestial bodies, man. That's the first start of the that's the new covenant, man. That the Lord made with us, man. So with that, it was just a video about the new covenant, man. I know we fucked up on the last covenant, because guess what? Look where we at today. Look what's happening to us today. But the Lord gonna make a new covenant, like I read. But the law, statutes, commandments in our mind, so we just walk accordingly, just naturally. Just like the earth. Earth switched the seasons naturally, man. That's how we gonna be. But with that, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Wakarkadas Barakatah, and double honor to the apostles and others, great millstone, and peace, love, and citation to the let Akim out there pushing the word of truth and sincerity. Shalom.